I don't think this collar is meant to be down. What's going on? What's happening? Long time no see. Oh boy, what a day it's been. I hope you enjoyed Bam's Pampered Chef party. He was really excited about that. And it's the first time doing something like that, especially by himself. I know he was a little nervous, but you guys made it real nice for him. So appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. In the meantime, I meant to get to this today, but I had too much going on. The raffle is still going on. Haven't pushed it a whole lot, just been busy. It's a raffle for the Apple Watch Series 8, the latest and the greatest one. The 41 millimeter in the black color, which they call midnight black. So that will be, let's try to wrap that up by Wednesday, something like that. And same rules, you know, if it's within an hour from here, I'll deliver it myself. If it's further out or out of state or out of the country, I will ship that to you via UPS, maybe FedEx. Tickets are $20 a piece. I have to update what numbers are left. There's only about 7 or 8 numbers taken right now, so you can pretty much have your pick. I'll update that with a current post. I'll do that tomorrow morning, and we'll start a push for that. If you did want to buy a raffle ticket or tickets, you can send me Cash App, $20 each, and Manny behind the mic, or at PayPal. It's the same Manny behind the mic at PayPal, except they use a little @ right in front. So just keep that in mind. And as soon as that is over, we're going to go with the, I think it's only fair that we go with a Android watch, Samsung maybe, something like that. So if that's all good to you guys, because I know not everybody's an Apple user, I get it. There's some of you guys that like that weird stuff, but that's all right. Just kidding. So welcome to another edition of the VT Chronicles. Today was a very exciting day, perhaps. I was not going to go to court in the morning because usually that's all jury selection and easily 3 to 4 hours gone just on what they're doing with the jury. So I was going to go in the afternoon, which I did. I got to the courthouse and it was a ghost town. The docket was cleared out. They were not returning till tomorrow. And that's when I found out afterwards what had happened. So she did 2 videos today. I'll call it before and after court. So we'll do the morning before court first. I think it's 24 minutes long. 17 minutes long. 17 and a half minutes long. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll discuss, and then we'll go into the after video. That's on all right with everybody? Good. Sounds good with me too. Hey. Everybody, Chris, what's up? Oops, let me start at the top here. Patriot News Network is here. Patriot News Network, that's my friend Shane. He's been in Miami doing cleanup, and he's going to get me some video and photos of the destruction that Hurricane Ian did over there, and that's horrible. It's a big mess. It's a big job that they got out there, and people don't have any homes anymore, and so really think about them. Keep them in your prayers because they've got a bad situation right now. And they'll be homeless for a while, at least until cleanup happens. And like I said, some of those homes aren't there. So their living situation is going to be questionable for quite some time. And Shane, thanks for going out there and doing some of that work. He is helping with the cleanup. So thank you very, very much for helping out, being able to do that. She can never take the day off from being chisqueada. Kim Rains, hello. It's not my fault. Hey again. What up, Scarlett, Naya, Francis, Kelly, Jennifer, Ella? Glad you made it. Hey, Tammy. Yo, Fausto, what up? Jennifer, Sinead, Kate. Good day, Kate. Facebook user, hey there. Don't know which one you are, but don't forget to click on that StreamYard link at the top. There's 2 links pasted to the top of that group. You got to click on the StreamYard one. Give StreamYard permission to show your name. Hey, Ashley. Legend Kelly. Isabel, what up? Lucy. Wow, 17 minutes. Yeah, it was a short one. It was a very short one. And anyone else? Hope I didn't miss anybody. Hey, Jenna. Sylvia, Roseanne, Lola, and Donna. Alrighty. So we've been waiting for a couple of weeks already, or I don't know, months for that matter. For some of us, years. Every time a court date comes up, it's like, oh, man, I wonder what's going to happen. It's never routine, right? Never routine at all. And would today be an exception? I don't know. For those of you that know already, you know. Those who don't know, we'll keep you in suspense a little bit. Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma, checking in. Welcome to Manny Behind the Mic with an edition of the VT Chronicles. If you don't know, hey, Delia, if you don't know who VT is, ask around a little bit. Or just do hashtag VT Chronicles and you'll find out. Hey, Eunice. So, without further ado, I say let's get the first video going. Let me kill this music a little bit. Totally digging the music, by the way. Alrighty. Is it this one? Yes, it is. This is called Video. I called him Video A. You guys ready? Tie your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts. I haven't watched this yet. Let's see what's going to happen. Here we go. This was this morning before court. Court was at 8:15, so let's assume it was somewhere after 7 a.m., 7:30 maybe, depending where she's parked. I don't know if she was already at the courthouse at the parking lot or if she was about to be on her way or what. Don't know. Maybe she'll tell us. Or not. Don't look too happy. A little concerned. Nervous before going to court. You guys get nervous before going to court? You don't have to say what you were going to court for, but do you guys get nervous when you're involved in some kind of a legal battle or something? You know, well, I've never been in that situation that she's in, so I can't say, yes, I've been nervous. But I can imagine she knows she knows why she's there. So a little concerned. Yeah, let's see. Maybe she'll start talking pretty soon. Or not. Stoic poses. Oh, getting into mode.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Hello, Laura, Sabrina, how are you? Tanya. This is Vanessa, Tijerina, coming at you live. Hello, Waco, I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Vanessa Tijerina coming at you live here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. I hope all of you are enjoying your morning so far. This is Columbus Day, but if you've been following me for a long time, you know exactly how I feel about that holiday, and it looks like the rest of the nation is slowly changing on that as well.
I don't think she feels like that about Columbus Day. You know why? Because she came out and said Columbus Day. She didn't come out and call it anything else. She didn't say it's Indigenous Peoples Day. No. She said it's Columbus Day. So don't try to virtue signal us on that.
Right? I'm asking all of you. I do it myself, obviously. I'm a very strong manifester, and prayer is actually a form of manifestation. If you can please, I send positive vibes out to all of you, the collective. I do. The more good energy that you put out into this world is the more good energy that comes back to you. The universe has a way of making sure that happens. So I have court this morning, and if you have any prayers or any positive vibes, blessings that you can spare, I would appreciate them, please. I would appreciate them. Even though you see some of the things that I've gone through and you see me standing strong, I'm still being forced to fight. I promise you I am. I promise you that I am. So I also want to remind all of you, okay? Obviously, I have court. That means that not all governmental buildings and governmental institutions are um, observing Columbus Day. And so I want to remind you that here in Texas, your last day to register to vote is tomorrow. Today is your last day before the end of the day tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Tuesday, October the 11th. That is the last day to register to vote. So, Hidalgo County, I'm so proud of you. I live in the Rio Grande Valley that's made up of 4 counties: Starr County, Hidalgo County, and Cameron County. They are the
Oh, how it pisses me off when she says Rio Grande Valley. I know I spoke on this already yesterday, and I'm just going to say it again. In Spanish, is Rio Grande. Grande. All right? Because that E in English, you don't say Grande. You say Rio Grande. The Rio Grande Valley. Not Rio Grande Valley. Rio Grande. All you guys know this by now. Everybody here, remember that. It's the Rio Grande Valley.
most bottom tip of Texas. Those 3 counties share a border with Mexico. And then, of course, there's Willacy County. Willacy County is the only one of those counties that is just directly north of Cameron County, and we do not share a border with Mexico. Those 4 counties make up the Rio Grande Valley. Out of all of the counties, the most populated one is Hidalgo County. And I'm so proud of you because you have 415,208 registered voters. Do you know how much power that is? If every single registered voter in Hidalgo County were to go out and vote, let me tell you something. The Rio Grande Valley alone has the voting power to literally put one of its own and push one of its own forward through a U.S. Senate primary.
Except you.
Just letting you know that. Just letting you know. I'm just letting you know that.
It's still not going to be you. It's still not going to be you. It won't. I'm just letting you know that it's not going to be you.
Okay? All right? So there are some important dates, and I've been trying to tell you and remind you of these important dates. Okay? So our first deadline is tomorrow, and at the end of the day tomorrow, the deadline is over, which is October the 11th. That is the last day to register to vote in Texas. If you want to know that if you're registered to vote, then just Google Texas, am I registered to vote? It will take you to a link on the Secretary of State website, and it'll allow you to put your information in there and see if you are registered to vote. Now, if you're not registered to vote, then your options are to register online. And that's very simple. Just Google register to vote in Texas. They've made it very simple now. Okay. Now, if you don't trust any of that and you want to, it makes you feel better to walk in to your elections office, but you don't know where your elections office is, just Google your county and elections administration after that, the words elections administration. So Hidalgo County Elections Administration, Cameron County Elections Administration, Travis County Elections Administration, Harris County Elections Administration, Nueces County Elections Administration, Uvalde County Elections Administration. If you want to make sure that you have a voice on election day, and you want to, whether you want to go out there and vote for somebody because you just don't like the person that they're running against, or you really believe in a candidate, or you want to just weaponize your vote in whatever way you want to, then you have to make sure, the first step is to make sure you are registered to vote. After the end of the day tomorrow, our first deadline will be over. All right? Everybody at the end of the day tomorrow who has registered to vote are the only people that can vote in Texas. After that, the next deadline is the first day of early voting. Does anybody know what the first day of early voting is?
Tell us.
Anybody? Thank you. I see you, Corpus Christi. Anybody.
Don't quiz them. Just tell us.
You know what I don't need?
Tell everybody.
If you're here, that means you follow me, whether you love me or you hate me. You follow me, because there is no way that I just happen to pop up on your feed at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. Okay? I don't appreciate it when I'm talking about something and you come to my post to lower the energy. Katie Brown, you just did that. Let that be the last time you do that. She states, we don't care about vote. They don't do anything. That's you. You've lost hope. And I don't blame you. I don't. And you can talk about that all you want on your personal page. You can talk about it amongst your family, amongst your friends. You can think about that all day long and lower your own vibration. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to do that here. And I'm not going to block you yet because I want you to hear my words. I didn't pop up on your feed. I've seen your face here before. And I'm not going to shut up. Make me. Literally, make me.
Well, she's triggered bright and early, isn't she? Doesn't take much.
And you do follow me. You literally followed me here. You're here. You didn't magically appear here. Facebook did not drag you over here. You followed me here. No, you can't say what you want to say. You want me to show you?
She said...
Do you want me to show you?
Oh, God. She said it was 8 o'clock in the morning. Court was at 8:15. I wonder if she was late. Can you imagine? Late because she was on a live right outside in the parking lot?
Would you like me to show you? Katie Brown, would you like me to show you how you can't say what you want to say on this page? Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say one more thing that is a low vibrational thing, and I'll show you. I'll show you how you only have a voice here because I allow it. All right. Thank you, Evelyn, man. First day of early voting. So our first deadline is going to be over tomorrow. Okay. That is, I can say what I want to say. I can said what I want to said. I'm going to leave you here because you're making my point. You're underscoring my point. If you all do not go out to vote, people like Katie Brown are going to be deciding your elections for you. Do you really want the likes of Katie Brown and her kind to decide your elections for you?
Her kind?
Do you really want Katie Brown and her kind to be the ones to let you know this is going to be your governor? This is going to be your city leader, your county leader. The Katie Browns of the world? Are you serious? Because they're real. They exist. They're right here. Okay? And she's going to be left here for as long as I want to have her here for my utility. Okay? Now, thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much. I love you. Sandy says, I love following you and you are very knowledgeable. And thank you for always keeping us informed on all the things that matter. I am ready to vote. Please tell your family members and friends, I love you. Thank you so much, Sandy. Please, I'm not going to keep my name out of your mouth. Your name out of my mouth. Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown. Katie Brown says, keep my names out of your mouth just because I said they don't do anything. Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown.
She's a freaking child. She's a freaking child. I'm telling you.
Okay. Now.
Okay.
At the end of the day tomorrow, the first deadline will be over. Somebody just mentioned the very next deadline after that, which is the first day of early voting, which is October the 24th. What is the next deadline after October the 24th? Does anybody know? Going once. Look at how I sound, Katie Brown. I'm waiting, y'all. What is the next deadline? Look at how I sound. I sound amazing. I sound absolutely amazing. And as a matter of fact, you want to come out on my live feed? Put your money where your mouth is. Waiting. No. I'm going to ask you 2 more times.
What a crappy phone is that? Whenever she sends an invite through the app, whatever app that is, I guess Facebook, the audio really degrades. Crappy microphone.
Come on, Katie Brown, Katie Brown, Katie Brown. Where is you? Where's you at? We transform energies here. What you doing? You're not going to take that long. That was your second request, and here's your third one. Oh, there you go. Bye, Miss Katie Brown. I wish you the best. I wish you the best. Okay, we're rid of her. The next deadline is what? Going once? I see you, Kentucky. Going twice?
This is a voting quiz. Election day quizzes by Vanessa.
The next deadline. So you got the last day to register to vote is tomorrow, Tuesday, October the 11th.
I'm going to guess most of the people that watch her are from out of state. So they really don't care what the voting deadlines are in Texas. They're just here to watch the circus.
Okay. The next deadline after that is the first day of early voting, which is October the 24th. The deadline that I asked you for right now is the last date that you can have your mail-in ballot postmarked. Does anybody know what that date is? Anybody? That's close, Irma. So if you have a grandparent, somebody that you know, somebody that's disabled, that can't leave their house, for whatever reason, they are using a mail-in ballot, right? A mail-in ballot. If you want your vote to count, close. If you want your vote to count in Texas, then that mail-in ballot has to be postmarked October 28th. October 28th. Okay. What is the next?
You guys see why I don't stream a lot of her stuff lately?
The 11th, first day of early voting is October 24th.
This is why. This is why.
Have your mail-in ballot count on election day has to be postmarked October 28th. What is the last day of early voting? Last day of early voting.
This is why. Because it's boring. It's people who really care about voting.
Request a ballot.
And about going to vote, know all this already.
Should already be there. It has to be postmarked.
The people that she picked up, viewers, are not from the area, so they don't care. They don't give a rat's ass.
After the actual election.
So anyway, that's why I don't stream her a whole lot anymore, because.
All right. And when is election day? When is the day that we finally get to say, you know what, Uvalde. Worst school shooting in Texas history. When is the last day that they're able to weaponize?
Can't say what.
Does anybody know?
Oh, you guys can talk amongst yourselves. That's fine.
Gonzalez. Thank you. Yes.
We just need to kill another couple of minutes, and then
November the 8th.
We'll get on with the halftime portion of this. Have a little discussion there, and then we'll get to the final segment.
So your deadlines are tomorrow, October the 11th is the last day to register to vote. Okay. All right. First day of early voting is October the 24th. The last day that your mail-in ballot can have a date postmarked where it will count on election day is October 28th. Last day of early voting is November 4th. First day, October 24th. Last day, November 4th. And election day
You guys are funny in the comments. I love it.
is November the 8th, November the 8th, November the 8th. All right. Thank y'all so much. Be well, be safe. Enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your week. Thank you so much for the kindness. And yeah, let's all keep surviving, right? Right. Bye. We're talking about voting. Yes, we're talking about voting. We are. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much. Does anybody want to say anything, or you just want to laugh?
Just laugh. That's my music, by the way.
I will always wonder what that feels like. To be so cowardly that you're only rendered to laughing. No power, no words, limited vocabulary. None of that's bad until you decide to be a mean girl or a mean boy. And then you realize you don't have shit to use to weaponize your hate. Right? Melanie says, my daughter was at the Arizona State Fair Saturday night and there was a shooting. Prayers to everybody, to everybody, to everybody. All right? Y'all be safe. Bye.
Alrighty. Actually, when she was talking that last little bit with that music, with the piano, it fit perfectly. It was perfect, like a movie. Yeah, so all that, that's her priority. That's what's on her mind. That's the important thing before going to court on Monday morning. Now, so then she got to court. I want to say she got there late, but that's just a guess. Doesn't matter. So I decided I was going to go to court. Normally, the way it works is all the jury selection happens in the morning. You got to be there at 8. Takes about 4 hours. And then they break for lunch, and they say when you come back, you'll be assigned, or you'll go to the courtroom that you're assigned to. So, knowing that's why I was ready to go back there about 1 o'clock. And I went back, and yeah, it was a ghost town. And then once I left and got back, the information started filtering in what had happened. So before I tell you what happened, in case you don't know already, if you do know it, that's all right. Let's watch the second video. It's only 5 minutes long. And this is after her court appearance. So let's watch this one real quick, all right? Is that okay? It's only 5 minutes. So at this point, me and people I'm talking to were speculating, what the hell happened? I don't know. Is she still here? I don't know. Contact that works here, he's actually security, looking at the parking lot. I don't know. When I drove in, I didn't see her car. So the speculation began. Something must have happened. Something must have happened. So let's watch this video. Like I said, it's only 5 minutes, and then we'll continue. All right.
You got, you know what I'm saying? Stop looking at what you ain't got. Start being thankful for what you do got. Just give it to him, baby girl.
Yeah, I'm just cutting down the music sound because I don't want to get hit by copyright, Facebook, that whole mess. That stoic look she tries to put out there.
Hello. I just want to thank all of you. This is Vanessa Tijerina coming at you live here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. I'm out, and I know that a lot of you are invested, you all, and obviously if you're sending me blessings and prayers and manifesting the best outcome for me because you're just caring individuals, I want to thank you. And everything went just fine. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep praying, right? And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Bobby, Terry Wayne, Christine Summers. Thank you. It did actually. Jeanette, how are you? Woolsey. Stephanie, how are you? Amber, Samantha, Amber again, Debbie. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget, tomorrow is your last day to register to vote here in Texas. First day of early voting, October 24th.
Allergic to the counterfeit, impartial to the politics.
Just cutting the music down.
First day of early voting is October the 24th. Last day to be able to postmark your mail-in ballot is October the 28th. Last day of early voting is November the 4th. And election day is November the 8th.
With the riches, cause you're pissed morally. Ignoring all prior advice.
Have everybody watching what I do come walk in my shoes. They could never. They couldn't do it. It's real different when you're actually in that position.
This is what these 5 minutes is for.
It's just live your life. All right, y'all be well and safe. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. It's not over. I still have quite a bit of fight left. Quite a bit of fight. And there's 2 little humans.
Cue the tears. Cue the tears.
That I miss every single day of my life. One day they'll know how much I miss them.
I hope so.
How much I missed them during all these days.
I hope that.
Take care.
I hope that's true.
Thank you. And virtual hug to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
So, to me, that was a waste of 5 minutes. 5 minutes of my life I'll never get back. So, what happened? Everybody still awake? Yeah, I see the comment. There was more passion yesterday about talking about the Mr. Muniz, the activist slash drug transporter who spent 24 years in prison. So, what happened today? Did you see how she was, her attitude in the first video compared to the second video? Now, there was no big win, right? And I said this in my post. There was no big win because if there was, we'd never hear the end of it. She'd still be on a live, doing a 6-hour live right now, telling us how victorious she is. But that's not what happened. So what happened was her attorney, Dan Sanchez, put in a motion to recuse himself from the other cases. It's like, what? It's like, yep. It was a motion to dismiss himself. I want out, I want off. And the motion was granted. So the only case he's working for her right now is her driving under the influence, her DUI case. The other cases are pending right now. I mean, they're still going to happen in January, but now she's got to get new counsel, get them up to speed. So we're talking October, November, December, and then whatever that is, first week of January, I think. So 2.5 weeks, let's say. Possibly another delay coming. Yes. You need more time to prepare. I can see that one coming. However, on the DUI thing, why didn't just hit that today and get it over with? I don't know. Why did Dan recuse himself, Mr. Sanchez? Why did he want out? No, the word is, it's a couple of things. One of them's got to be money. I can't imagine she's got enough money to be paying this dude. What does he make an hour? What does he charge? $250? I mean, he's an attorney. It's not that it's extravagant or exorbitant. Attorneys are going to charge $200 plus per hour. It's no different here. And granted, she's working. It looks like she is working. But does she make that kind of money to pay what he requires? And then I'm sure he requires a retainer. So once that retainer is gone, of which somebody put up a large sum of money at the beginning of all this, where'd that money come from? I heard it was a big amount of money. Huge. I mean, it was a big retainer to be used on her cases. So, what happens now? My thing is, why didn't they do the DUI right now? That's what I want to know. If somebody knows, please fill me in. Why don't you think they did the DUI today? If that's the only thing he was going to represent her on. Manny, I hate when people leave off the H in a word. Oh boy. What word? Why did Dan Sanchez want out? Oh, huge. I know why you hate huge, but it's huge. Huge. Huge amount of money. Bigger, greater than any amount of money she's ever spent. Let me tell you, it was a great amount of money that she wouldn't have had. So, could it be, we know about a month ago, no, less than a month ago, she went on a rant. She did a live. And she was attacking the whole legal system, including the judge, Judge Cordova. Yeah, it's rumored that she took some steps beyond that. But you know what? You can't talk about Judge Cordova because that's her attorney's best friend. They're colleagues. They're close friends. How are you going to talk smack about him knowing he's good friends with your attorney? I mean, did you think something good would come out of that? So, I'm real big on common sense. And that move lacked a lot of common sense. I mean, that's basic stuff. I mean, that's like, you know, a little kid, like remember when I was a kid and I stuck the fork in the electrical outlet and I went flying across the room? So in the future, I learned, I better not stick the fork in the outlet or I'm going to fry my freaking brain. So you think people would learn from mistakes? Or no, you got to learn how to reason and how to make a decision. Should I talk shit about Cortez, Judge Cortez? Yeah, I should, because he's all this and he wants to send me to jail and he's doing all this and he's a hateful man and he's in power. Or should I not talk about him? Because he's my attorney's good friend and their colleagues. Maybe I shouldn't talk about him. Yeah, but he's a punk. He's evil. He's a hateful, angry man. So I'm going to talk about him. These are the little conversations that people have in their head about everyday stuff. Constantly. Should I buy this? Should I really buy it? No. And all these little conversations happen in your head. It's like a supercomputer. And they happen in an instant. And that's how you're able to deal through the day. Deal with the day and get on with your day. Sometimes you'll not listen to yourself. Buy the 70-inch TV instead of paying your electric bill. And then you get home and you plug it in, and tomorrow they cut your electric off. Well, you'll just learn the hard way. See, I get buyer's remorse, but I get it before I buy. Like I'll save up and I'll have the money put aside. All right, it's time for that TV. I got the money. Money's not the issue. It's right here, cash in my pocket. And I get to Best Buy. And I'm looking at TVs. And as soon as I get there, I'm like, should I really buy this? Do I got to buy this right now? And I start thinking about it. And all this happens before I even buy it. That's kind of a cool thing on my head. Because I don't get buyer's remorse after I get it before. And that has saved me from some purchases I shouldn't have made. But even when I was okay to make them, I felt bad about making them. So I started thinking about it, and I don't know. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Anyway, what I'm getting at is these are things that we think about all day long. Things to do. Is it right to do this? Is it wrong if I do this? What are the consequences? All this shit happens real quick, like a supercomputer in your head. You think about all that in an instant. So, could that have had a bad effect on even her own attorney? Talking bad about his colleague, his friend, for that matter. I think they're friends. Law school together, possibly. You know, something they did together a long time ago. Yo, Moxie. Hello, everyone joining a little bit late. You just missed two questionably useless videos. One before court, one after court. So anyway, Dan Sanchez puts in a motion to recuse himself, withdraw. Motion to withdraw himself. It gets granted. So now he's washed his hands from all the other cases, and all he's doing is a DUI. Yeah. But I'm wondering why not. Okay, fine. He withdrew from the others, so why not do the DUI? Burning question. Why didn't he do the DUI? I don't know. So now, and I know people were pissed off, like, oh my goodness, again with a delay. How does she do it? This time it was a different reason. It wasn't her requesting that. So all of a sudden she didn't have an attorney for this and for that, only for the one. And it seems like they're hell bent on keeping everything, trying her for all cases at the same time. So here, when we were thinking, this is it, Monday the 10th of October, this is it. The day of reckoning is here. Nope. Ugh. No more Cheeseke's lies. One more delay and she will put herself on a ballot again. Yes, Tammy, you're right. And I think part of it, this was mentioned, part of the pushing everything back, is that she'd have to find new counsel and raise more money to pay what she's going to owe Dan Sanchez. Because I think the money that was put up for her a while back by a mysterious person or persons is now, the well is dried up. So what happens now? Now, what I'm going to tell you guys is what you got to do. You just got to forget about this crap until January. Don't be not that you do. There's no need to think about her, think about this or the holidays. You got Halloween coming up with the family. Thanksgiving coming up, more family. Obviously, you got Christmas, New Year's, party time. Don't even worry about it. There's nothing to think about. It'll be here the first week of January to pick it up all over again. I can't imagine what, and I don't know. And the way she was speaking on that second video, well, she hardly spoke at all. She just wanted to hear music and say hello to everybody. Something tells me she was told to shut the hell up. I just got this feeling. Either she was told or something clicked in her head and said, I better shut the hell up. Because look what happened. Look what just happened. What just happened? Oh my God. Dan Sanchez walked away from my other cases. Can you imagine what was going through her head? It was like, what? Holy crap. Now what am I going to do? That was the look in the second video. She was trying to put on a brave face, right? But she didn't give any details. She could have. They're made public. I saw the paperwork. I saw the docket notes. They're public. Let's see if I got him. Pretty sure it's okay to show this stuff. Public record. Give me a second. Yeah, and somebody put up $4,000 for retainers, about $4,000 for her cases. A generous individual. And then the filing fees for when she ran for office. Let me see. Here we go. I'll try to show this to you guys real quick. Just a second here. There's nice and big. Attorney Annette, also was present on behalf of the state. Attorney Dan Sanchez was present on behalf of the defendant. Attorney Sanchez moved to withdraw from his case since he was only retained on 2021 DCR 2358. Court granted the motion to withdraw. That's the MTW motion to withdraw. It said case status hearing. A case for a status hearing on December 9th, 9 a.m. Annette on 1/22/2012 via Zoom, and trial on 1/17/22 at 9 a.m. So trial January 17th. There you have it. Public records. Dan Sanchez had enough. Somebody made a comment earlier. I think it was in No More Chiski's Lies post. That by the time this goes to court, her kids are going to be 18 already. It's funny. She has a boyfriend in another city paying her bills? Maybe. Mysterious Mr. X, we'll call him. So, well, this is public information. I don't know what information you're talking about sharing, but I know many people were upset. You guys have been watching this. Many of you have been watching this for years already. She got lucky again, but this time it wasn't Well, not directly anyway. It wasn't her doing. You know what I mean? It's not something that she requested for this to happen. But as a result of this happening, the judge kind of had no choice but to give her the time that she needs to acquire new counsel. And I'm no legal expert, but I'm pretty sure that's what had to happen. You know, like we do, and everybody was like, "What? Not again?" And she did look. I saw that comment. She did look scared. So all this was just delaying the inevitable. Now, another train of thought, there's some people out there who think she's going to get away with all this. There are some people who think she's going to get away, they're going to drop all charges, or she's going to walk away, maybe with a slap on the wrist. How would you feel about that? Now, I'm not saying I want somebody jailed necessarily. I'm not saying that she needs to be jailed. But this needs to come up, and she needs to be held responsible in some way or another. And just put all this to rest already. You know? So we'll see what else comes up. Details that come up regarding this. No more Cheeseke's lies. Is she going to represent herself, you think? Yeah, I'd let her do it. I think it's a mistake, but that should be fun to watch. Yeah. Don't know how this is going to all work out. We shall see. Story continues. The story is not over. Lord have mercy. The story continues. It lives again. It continues to live. I know. Anybody else would be in jail already. So true. Anyone else would be in jail. 2 years of delays. I mean, you got to give it to Dan Sanchez. He knows how to play the system, right? I mean, first it was her. She don't have an attorney. She fires her attorney. She needs more time. Gets an attorney. Fires the attorney. Now she needs more time. Then attorneys started quitting, or they don't want to represent her. They're like, no thanks. I'll pass. And they'll assign someone. Somebody was assigned. I forgot who it was. And they wanted off the case. And the judge said, no, you got to stay there. And they're like, no, I don't want to. Can you imagine having a client that you don't want to represent? Something you don't want to be involved with? So for what she does, I don't know. I just got the feeling today with her 2 live programs that I think maybe she realized she better shut the hell up. Be careful what she says on social media. She can be defiant and, pound her chest or whatever. Girl power, or I'm stronger than anybody, whatever. She can say that all day. But we know that's not the case. That's really not the case. So it continues. Does that provide some more material for Manny and, the VT Chronicles? Maybe. We'll see what she's going to do online. Common sense, that little guy sitting on your shoulder telling you what to do, what to say, what not to say. Could she be possibly listening right now? I think she's scared. She don't have much choice. I think this moved my Dan Sanchez to to withdrawal. I think that got her. That got to her. Yeah, new judge. I believe it's Hinojosa, Judge Hinojosa. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with the VT Chronicles and with Vanessa Tijerina. She probably so condescending to the lawyer. Probably to some extent. To some extent. Vanessa looks scared. You can see it in her eyes. Yeah, she wasn't all cocky and confident, right? Unless she was yelling at somebody reading her, putting a laughing emoji on her comment, in their comments. That doesn't even pay her $2,000 a time. Yeah. How did she pay that? How did that happen? How did that happen? Luke Thompson, no, Mom, if it was me, they would have me locked me up right there and then with anybody. He showed up, so he must have gotten paid for today. Well, I'm sure he said, I'll do that one, but you got to come up with X number of dollars by a certain date. Otherwise, I'll walk away from that too. That's what I think. Oh yeah, for the food stamp fraud. That's jail time. That's 2 to 10 years for the food stamp fraud. There's Bam's right. Hi, Mila. Bam had an earlier thing. He had a Pampered Chef show that he did on his own earlier at 6. I helped him out with that a little bit. And I told him, hey, I'm going to do this a little bit later, but he was already in bed. He's got to get up at 5 in the morning or something like that. So he enough because she can't keep her trap shut. He had enough. Yeah. Wouldn't that be so frustrating if you're an attorney and you got to deal with a big mouth client like that? And you try to tell her to shut the hell up, keep your mouth shut, don't go live, quit saying these things. And she can't help herself. This wasn't about her custody, right? What does that say? This was about her DUI, theft, stalking. I forget what the status is on her custody case. I mean, she's not going to get any kind of custody at all. But I forget what happened there. I'll find out. A lot of things are planned. She tries to plan them, or she tries to get things to happen. It's like they're planned, but she does it in a real slick way. This, I don't think she had planned for. She looked a little shocked today. So the attorney basically wasn't hired for other cases and just now decided to motion. Yes, that's correct. He was only supposed to represent her on the one, on the DUI. But there was so much money there that was put as a retainer. Well, okay, he used it up and he helped her out with all the other cases. That must have went dry. And he's not going to do anything for free. She can't afford to pay her for 3 cases all at once. I don't think he's going to do $250 per hour and handle 3 cases. I mean, in all fairness, that would make it $750 an hour, right? I don't think she's got that kind of money. Or somebody else does, maybe. Putting it up for her. Yep. Yeah, that video's there. The arrest video. Weird evening. Weird day. I think so. I think so. It just says Josino Hosta, but I'm pretty sure it was Denise, right? Hey Sherry. No, you're good. This is a long running thing. Goes back years. People have been following her for 6 years, maybe more, 6 to 8 years, and she's had a few cases, stalking charges against her, defrauding the state of welfare in the form of food stamp fraud and SSI for providing false information on the application. You know, you have to be honest when you do that stuff. She's supposed to have been living alone, but they found out somebody was living with her who did have an income. So that's for over $70,000 that the state's looking for. And then there was a theft of property, which was caught on video. I think it was, where was that bar? Guys, somebody remember? Was that the Island or was that in Edinburgh? Where she casually walked over to the bar, asked to talk to the bartender about something. There were sunglasses and I think keys or something else. Somebody was just there. I think they just went to the restroom. And she kind of conveniently just leaned over and just kind of grabbed the sunglasses as if they were her own, and she took off. They pressed charges. So that's against her. And then the DUI, stalking, I don't know who that was against. I'm not informed on that. But then there was a DUI, the arrest video, that famous arrest video where somebody called in, concerned citizen called in, saying that something was wrong, that she was acting weird, and she had her kids in the back seat. So she pulled into a Stars restaurant. Stars is like a what is that other restaurant like Stars? Shit, I can't think of the name of it. Sonic. Thank you. It's like a Sonic. You pull in, you order your food. Anyway, she was parked there. Police officers, somebody called. Police officers came over, and they were trying to get her to lower her window to talk to her, and she just barely lowered it, if at all. And then they were looking at the kids, and the kids are in the back, and they're crying, and everybody just looked a mess. And the police were trying to talk to her, trying to get her out of the car, come out so we can check on the kids. If nothing's wrong, you'll go on your way. But she refused. And it became a bit of a standoff. And the police were trying to jimmy the door open with a Slim Jim or a makeshift Slim Jim. And they didn't know how to do it. And they couldn't do it. And she resisted. And this is all in the video. And finally, at some point, the door was open and they got the girls and they checked them out. She got somebody to come and pick up the girls. She was arrested. They said there was an odor of marijuana in the car. And then they say the police found a crack pipe or a meth pipe in the car. Now, she argued that the police put the pipe in the car to set her up and frame her. Because there's a video, there's more video of an officer walking with the pipe, and he goes to the car and puts it back. What he was doing it was showing the evidence to his superior, and then I'm positive he said, all right, now go put it back where you got it. And he went and he put it back where he got it. So if you don't watch the whole video, it looks like he's just placing a crack pipe there in front of everybody, right? Right. So she ran with, oh, they planted it there. It's there. And then later in another video, I don't know if it was that night or the day after, she admitted that it was hers, that she took it out of her house because she didn't want it in her house. So she took it to the car. It's the same. You watch Cops. You guys have watched Cops, and they ask, "What are you doing with this crack pipe?" Well, it's not mine. It was just there. But that's your purse. Yeah, but I don't know how that got there. It was one of those kind of things. So she ended up testing positive for some kind of controlled substance, and that is when she lost custody of her kids, and the two girls, and they did end up going to the kid's father, her ex, and that's where they are. Last I heard, they were doing very well, and they're doing okay. There was an instance where she violated order of protection. I believe she was talking with them or talking about things she wasn't supposed to. Something like that. So it's just an ongoing thing. So she had cocaine and marijuana was found in her blood. Something that she'll never fess up to, but that's public record. Yeah, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts to this, and you really, you have to go back and there's a lot. And then all the videos that she makes in between, and she lost custody of her kids. I mean, what would normal people do? Try to get custody back. How? Flying straight as an arrow. No drugs, no erratic behavior, no going live, for hours at a time, multiple times a day, complaining about your government, complaining about your law enforcement, that it's a conspiracy, and just on and on and on and on. And that didn't help her cause. Now, maybe we didn't hear it all, but she has these moments where she misses her kids and she'll say she does, and then, a tear will come out or she gets all emotional. But the way she talks about everything else, she puts so much passion, like into politics, for example. And she'll put so much passion into that. And yes, it's been said many times, and she doesn't like hearing this. If you only put as much passion into getting your kids back and fixing yourself as you do talking about Uvalde. Oh, she loves talking about Uvalde. We'll get into that. But if she put that kind of devotion in trying to better herself, she might have her kids back already. She's working. Can she keep herself clean? I don't know. She did do a video where she was smoking crack or whatever it was, crack or meth. She was doing a FaceTime with someone, and that person recorded it. That's on my YouTube. Or you can see it. Page commenting here, no more Cheeseke's lies. I think that's on her page somewhere. Their page. There's a lot of people who run that. But it's on there. And it's a glass thing and lighting it up with the match or lighter. She's nude, apparently. She's nude. And that's a famous crack smoking video. I mean, she's high. So she has done that kind of thing on camera. She's done live where she's gone off camera. You hear that, and then she comes back on camera. She thinks you can't hear it, but you can hear it. That's been captured on camera. Those videos are out there too. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, Becky. The video of her apparently soliciting herself. And then another creepy video where she's apparently very interested in this 17-year-old. It gives him her phone number under the guise of, oh, I'm a politician, I'm running for office, but you can tell she's real hot on him, which that's. Ugh. I remember watching that. And I'm going. Uh, that was not cool. So, oh yeah, Kate, that video's out there. I'm surprised how you've seen it already. So anyway, all these things that she does, and then she'll go on rants how the law enforcement is completely against her. She's a victim. She loves to play the victim. Oh my goodness. And we haven't even talked about her getting beat up on Christmas Eve. It's going to be 2 years now. If you go to her page, if you're not blocked yet, you can go to her page, and she's proud of that. She's got that pinned to the top of her page. I hate to say she's very proud of that, but she's very proud of that moment. Well, a lot of comments. I know I'm very behind on these. I'll try to show some of these. Welfare fraud is a huge charge that alone should have been behind bars with or without a lawyer. Yep. Male judge. Yep. Now's her time to shine as her own attorney. Yeah, I guess that'd be funny to see. Surviving, that's her thing. She's surviving all the hate. Losing your attorney isn't luck at all. Crooked County to walk away with 3 charges. Oh. And it's so funny because she's big on calling out the corruption. She's real big on calling out the corruption, right? Yet she does so much to add to that corruption. It's like she's part of it in her own way. She's got her own kind of corruption going on. Stalking and DUI. I believe she will be free. See? There's one. Irma. There's a lot of people who think she's going to walk. He ran away for the good. Yes, he did. He said, I'm done. I'll do the one if you can pay it. And that's it. We'll get away with it all. Yeah. Might not appoint one to her and leave it at that. When will it all be enough? Lala, they've appointed them, and they don't want any part of it. They don't want any part of it. Will the court get tired of all the delays and just dismiss it all? Man. I don't think they'll dismiss it. I think at some point they're just going to say, we're having this here. No more delays. Too bad. It's happening today. That's the kind of judge that has to be in there to say that. Look how long it's been going on. Some of this stuff for years and years already. I think she's got women paying her bills. I don't think it's a man. Oh, most of her diehard followers aren't men. It's been women funding her. I think she gets some women who have romantic interests. Well, look at Tammy, the conspiracy with that theory. Interesting. Yep, it's all fixed. She needs to be jailed. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I hope she doesn't just get a slap on the wrist. That would only encourage her to do more. She's been getting away with everything. And then she gets away with stuff. Or they give her the leniency, right, to more time or whatever. And then she'll go on the live attacking everybody. Oh, they're so corrupt. All the corruption. I mean, who does that? Judges have to be careful when issues like this arise in court. Hey, Joanna, if they jump the gun, it can be an issue that can be appealed. She has already stated previously about appeals. Yeah. She will bring up something will come up. Something will always come up. That's why I'm hesitant to go to court and sit there and watch, even though it's my God-given right and my constitutional right to do so. But like, I don't want to be the reason, because she'll come up with a lie. I mean, she'll come up and she'll say, you know, that man over there sitting in the corner, he's been stalking me, and you know, he's trying to intimidate me by being here. That's why he's just, and that's enough to, I don't know, that might cause something, right? That's why I don't go, because I don't want that to happen. Because she plays the victim well. So that's why I don't want to go to court and watch. I'd rather it be someone who doesn't know her, who she doesn't know. Capiche? For real, man. That is it right there. I'm just learning about her. Oh man, Geraldine, there's a lot to unwrap there. Just go back a few months. Go back after March, maybe April or May. Watch some of those videos. She does need to be incarcerated. Hey, Domingo. Why not jail? She committed crimes other people do jail time for. Yeah, I know. I'll drive down if she represents herself. Oh man, if she does that, that'll be a full house. It will be. Hey, Rosie. Yeah, let her represent herself. That worked out just fine during her son's custody hearing. If she even doesn't go to jail, being her is a punishment herself. She's the Valley's biggest loser. No, man, this Russia thing is getting bad. We have a clip of her saying she can represent herself better than any attorney. Yeah, she's pretty much a self-proclaimed jack of all trades, but master of none. And I mean that. She said, she's a. Oh man, I don't want to go through all this again. Some of you guys are gonna have to go back and watch some videos, or maybe another day we'll do a review. Maybe we'll do a VT Chronicles review. Just want to make sure I get my facts straight. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that coming up. That'll be a long one. How much y'all want to bet she ends up saying D. Sanchez is corrupt? How much you want to bet she doesn't say that right now, though? Because that's her only hope. That's all she's got right now. To be continued, yeah. The story of her life. You can bet she'll appeal if she doesn't agree. She'll find the money to do so. Somebody will pull up the money. She will pull at somebody's heartstrings and tug on their hearts, and money will be there. I don't think there's a statute of limitations if it's an ongoing process. I really don't think there is. I could be wrong. Guys, if you're enjoying the program, feel free to drop a few pennies in the tip jar, Cash App, or PayPal's fine. Manny behind the mic. MIC is Mike. If you like. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. It's just something I'm supposed to do. One time per show, and I keep forgetting to do it. Definitely subscribe on YouTube. Eventually, I'm going to move everything out of Facebook and into YouTube only. So work your way over to YouTube and subscribe there, please, if you haven't done so. But yeah, you guys got a lot of comments. Some of your comments are great. You guys are hilarious with your comment and you should put all those into a book. That's funny. Alrighty. I think we're going to call it here. We'll see what comes up in the next day or so as far as the VT Chronicles. And I think we'll do a review. And I'll pick a point in time to go back and move forward and gather all the information that I can. and we'll do a timeline of everything. That sounds fun, actually. That sounds fun. So for night, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll call it a night tonight. It's 10:20 p.m. Central Time here in Texas, and 11:19 on the East Coast, 9:19 Mountain Time, and 8:19 Pacific Time. You guys have been great as usual. Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. If she does another. We'll keep an eye on this. Don't worry, and I'll let you know when we do a VT Chronicles in review. I think that's a great idea. I'm glad I thought of it. I thought of it before, and somebody planted the idea in my head. But it was at a point in time where she was on like every day. We were streaming every day. And I started getting tired of it. A lot of it was the same. She started getting more, but then it became more interesting because she started getting triggered by the comments on her live. Like you saw today, if you put a laughing emoji on one of the comments, she will target you. And then she started doxing people and showing their profile and making fun of their appearance and all that. So she's gotten worse like that. And that's what's kind of kept it entertaining, I should say, right? But then it just got tiring. And they're like, hey, we should do this. I'm like, oh man, you know what? I'm just tired of it. I don't want to even stream anymore. Let's take a break from it. And I did, and it was a good thing. But maybe that does sound right. It does sound perhaps like a good time to do so. So I will keep you posted and let you know what's happening with that if we decide to do that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Let's see what comes up tomorrow. See if she goes live. Something tells me she's going to be live, but very cautious with what she's saying. That's what I think. We'll see what happens. Everyone, have a great night. Have a good rest of your week. Let's see. There was something else we got. I'm probably going to do a... update the raffle. I'll do a raffle thing live tomorrow at some point. I'll do a post and I'll do a quick live, quick video. And then we'll get that going. I'll try to have that thing in my hand in the next day or two so I can actually have something to hold and show you that I have it. So that'll be good. You guys have a great night. Thank you for being here. Talk to you later.
Lose track of time. Oh, and every side. We got nothing to hide. Wanna see your skin on mine. There's something about you, something about you. You know I crave your touch, but we don't need to rush. There's something about you, something about you. I know it's hard to find. Listen, it's a sign, 'cause it's alright.